Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. It is. Is it wonderful or beautiful feeling? I think it might be wonderful feeling. I don't even remember where that's from. What's the date today? Sunday, June 8th or 9th? Hopefully the 8th. This road is a mess. It rained like hell the past 2 days. I haven't been out. Gosh. 4 days? 5 days? It's just, weather's been terrible. So season has gotten off to a rocky start. I gotta get a new tire. Yeah. Beautiful day out today. This morning, it is about 9 o'clock. Actually, a little on the chilly side. Got the Induction Pro on. It feels a little on the cold side. It's okay. It's good. I could have gotten away with the Carlsbad, but I'm planning on it heating up quite a bit. High is supposed to be 76. Look at this Jeep with the rainbow on it. Where the hell are these people going? New Hampshire is the gayest state in the nation. Look at them clearing out this gutter. It's a big gutter there. I don't know what the plan is. Well, they're carving it so it looks like it's really just for surface water. Because they're, you can see there's drainage pipes. Look at the size of that gutter. I have never seen such a big gutter before. A horse. A horse is a horse, of course, of course. And no one can tell me a horse. There's certain things like I grew up, I experienced growing up that I wish I never did. That show is one of them. What a dumb show. All that stupid 50s crap, I wish I'd never experienced any of it. Because it poisoned my mind. Leave it to, it was way before my time, but there was just reruns. So Mr. Ed, Leave It to Beaver, shit's demonic. All those 50 shows are demonic. It's like the discussion I had a while ago. Why is it demonic? That seems like such an extreme, such an extreme opinion to have on Leave It to Beaver. It's demonic because it's an abomination. It's so far away from nature and the natural inclinations of human beings. That's why it's demonic. Remember what I said last season? All laws are based on nature. At least the ones worth paying attention to. Nature dictates reality. So when you got something that's so far from reality, to me it's evil. Yeah, Leave It to Beaver, Mr. Ed. What other really weird shows? I liked, what was it, Dick Van Dyke Show or whatever? That wasn't too bad. Mary Tyler Moore, she was nice to look at. Oh, it feels so good to get out. I should have recorded. So there's some things. Well, I should have recorded. I have a little more to do, but I made files out of feeler gauges. I looked up. I found out on the internet that that's a good way to. It's like the poor man's nut files. You just take feeler gauges and you cut teeth into them, basically. And I worked at a sharpening shop for a while, and I'm actually really good at cutting teeth into, basically making a blade, saw blade. So I thought that was like, oh, I can apply my skills here. So that's what I did. So yeah, it worked really well, I think. Now, I'm going to make a separate video about this, but the channel, I think it's MI Guitarcraft Tennessee. That is, I think, the best. Even better than StewMac. StewMac's really good. StewMac's really good for, like, learning a lot. This other channel is good for learning tricks of the trade. I don't want to discredit StewMac at all. That's an amazing thing they've done with their informative videos. I mean, you can get a freaking education just watching those videos. Incredible. But they're like hours long, which is awesome, So this other thing, like he says things, little tricks to do, like how to fill in a nut slot that's cut too deep, and stuff like that. Very interesting. But he pointed out that for fenders that have a scooped headstock, how the headstock kind of dips down from the neck and then it's straight, you don't want to cut at a slope towards the headstock. Everyone else, even StewMac, says cut at an angle. I don't think it's a big difference, but he says if you cut at an angle for a strat, at least, splat, I think called splatter. So that's interesting. Basically, when cutting at a slope or cutting straight, it's all based on the angle of your headstock. So that was an important piece of information. I'm actually cold right now. I am cold in the induction. Probably should have worn Carlsbad. Come on, where's this? See, I'll do a video because I have to fine-tune some of the slots. I did a pretty good job. It made a world of difference. As someone pointed out on a forum I was reading, they said cutting a nut slot can make a cheap guitar feel expensive and an expensive guitar feel cheap based on the outcome. And that really is true. So, what was the formula? Oh my gosh, that's my wife's old car, I swear it. We sold that for cash. Those things are in high demand. Not long ago, probably still. There we go. It's a beautiful day to take a ride, a beautiful day. So yeah, so what he does is, so most people will push down on the 3rd fret, and this is what I did. You just eyeball it, and if the string almost touches oh god, I hope that guy doesn't get me. It's going 40 and a 30. If the string almost touches, some people want it to touch the 1st fret wire. I don't see anybody following me, but you know how these cops are. They wait till you drop your guard, and then they come and get you. Jeez, I smell oil. Hope that's not me. Okay, where was it? So, yeah, so you push down on the 3rd fret, and you want the string to almost touch the 1st fret wire, and that'll give you basically the clearance that you want, the nut height that you want. Well, if you want to be more technical, this guy uses a 18,000th. I hate the fact that we're using imperial on this. Now, a lot of people argue that metric is better. My wife made a good point. It's not better. Imperial is actually more efficient or more precise. Metric is just easier because it's all divisible by 10. I think this is true, which is why we still have both. So metric, in a way, you could say is more efficient, but not more accurate, depending on your definition of efficiency. So yeah, look at all these people ready to go on their boats. You got to get in that water right there. Oh, almost hit that railing. No jumping from bridge. See? They take all the fun away. I think you should jump off the bridge. They're here. Go to my vacation home. Yeah, look how fast I got up to 60. Come on, people. I'm going to follow the speed limit today because clearly the road pirates are out. 50-50. Where was I now? Right, so he uses an 18,000th gauge at the 1st fret wire. And basically you want it to just touch. Oh, that went up fast. I swear there's like buildings, they just go up overnight around here. Relative to your spec for action height on a Strat. So it's not just a flat 18,000th across the board for any action string height. It's based on, I think, a 1.6 millimeter, or no, 1.2 millimeter on the high E, and I think 1.6 on the low E, or 2 on the low E, 2 millimeter on the low E, something like that. So it is relative, but that's kind of the action we all go for, isn't it? At least me. I don't like high action at all. I don't care. As long as it's not fretting out, I don't care if those strings are hitting. I don't care about any kind of buzz. Well, I do buzz, but like if I'm fretting up past the 12th fret, and you kind of get that spank when your strings are touching past that, I love that. I think that's part of the Strat sound. It depends on how you're playing also. So if you're using overdrive, got dirt on it, it's fine. It's actually preferred. If it's clean, I still think it's fine, but that's up to you. Depends on the kind of music you're playing. So yeah, it's been a fun learning experience. So yeah, some of those cuts in those last two videos were pretty bad. I was using a different camera. It was an old Sony Handycam, which is really nice. I want to keep using it, but it records in an MTS format, which I believe is just a container. So one of the programs I use, it's not compatible. I have to convert it into a less proprietary format, which takes over an hour. I swear, video editing is like some of the worst shit. There's some programs out there that are really good, but as a whole, it feels like video editing is like 30 years behind every other area of production. Could just be the nature of it. I don't know, but could just be the fact that you're dealing with so much information. I just feel like there's a better way to code it where it doesn't always have to do encoding conversions. So, but I read someone said all you have to do, you might be able to just rename MTS to MP4. That would be amazing. But I ended up getting, I saw these really good reviews for like a super cheap camcorder because I just don't like a phone. I'm old school, man. I'm old and I'm old school. I like camcorders. I like stuff that's purpose built for what you're doing. Camcorder, you can flip that little screen around. You got way better zoom capabilities. You got buttons instead of just touch screen. Don't get me started on touch screens. My gosh, anyway, I'm not going to go there. But the safety features on modern vehicles are it's the evolution of humanity. That shit is more dangerous, I swear. Oh, that's a different topic. Let's stay on topic here. I don't know if I can remember what the topic was. Camcorders. So I got this cheap camcorder. It's like, 2.7K, 1080 full HD, blah blah blah. Well, I had no idea that there's a thing called Scamcorders. So these Chinese companies, they recycle this crappy old like camcorder video recording technology, and they just like rebrand them, and they put them in like a pretty nice looking, like Sony Handycam looking enclosure, shell, whatever, and make them look legit. And then these things, like, it records as bad as like my son's like $20 kids camera. So yeah, there's this whole thing that I didn't know about called Scamcorders. The thing was $57. It was the number one new release. Had like almost 300 reviews, almost 5 stars. Everyone talking about how amazing it was. So I'm like, I'll try it. I mean, this cheap action camera that I've been using forever is great. Not great, but it does the job. I'm happy with it. No, this thing was absolute garbage. Like I'm like, I tried all the different settings. I'm like, am I doing something wrong? People said this was good. Could they really have that many paid reviews, or are these like bots or something? Did they figure out a way to get, you know, bots to do reviews now? Yeah, just absolute garbage. So if I could get my old, this old Sony, which is like, gosh, it's ancient, like 15 years old. It's good quality. I mean, it's just like any old camera. It's all based on your lighting. A lot of newer cameras compensate for bad lighting. Um, but if you have the proper, like the videos I did of playing guitar, the lighting's terrible, so it doesn't look that great. But where I'm working on the guitar, it looks pretty good. It looks like 1080, I would say. It says it's supposed to be 1080, but it's like 15 years ago 1080. I guess there's a difference. I don't know. I don't really understand how any of this works. 1080 should be 1080, right? Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I could just use my phone or my tablet. I actually have, but I'd like to use the camcorder. I dug it out from its grave. All right, coffee roulette time. It's a different place. Taking a left here, I almost went straight like a ding dong. Food truck. Whoa! Dude, what the hell? My god, what's wrong with women? Oh, this place is packed. Hell no. Man, look at the... Oh my gosh. It's all mass plates, man. That's crazy. All mass plates. Jesus, man. Hey, look, a tundra. Where's this food truck? 11. Shit. That's... I didn't mean to beep. Coffee where? Where's the coffee? People suck at signs. Look at Massachusetts everywhere. Watch out. Here they come. I don't see coffee anywhere. Oh, right there. Cool, let's do it. Okay, that was fun, pleasant. I had a waffle, a real waffle. I don't think I've ever had a real waffle before. Not really a way to kick off my keto ambitions, but I had to have something to make a waffle sandwich with pulled pork and whatnot. Campton's nice. A lot of stuff to do here. Suggest you experience it before it gets completely taken over. 9-hole indoor mini golf. I try to get footage of places when I go there, but I haven't. I just don't want to be obnoxious. I don't want to be like that guy that's like, and this is, here we go, and this is, they have, oh, this wonderful venue. You know, I just don't want to be that guy. So I kind of just try to do it incognito. I don't know. I'll try to get better with that. Yeah, it was called the Campton Commons, and it was all just like food trucks and like someone looks like they did woodworking or something. I guess they got live music. If you like that sort of thing. Geez, I don't really feel like going home. Oh, a turtle! I gotta rescue that turtle. It's a beautiful painted turtle. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Beautiful. Look at that. Hi. Doing. Turtle rescue. So the the Trump-Elon feud. What's that? So silly. The social media thing is just really destroying society. They're bickering like a couple little girls. They're ridiculous. It's really terrible, isn't it? Social media thing, Twitter. It's like it brings out the worst in people. It brings out the worst in people, of people. It's funny when you say things all the time, but then when you think about it, sometimes it's like, does that make sense? I swear English is my first language. The only thing I could say is that The big beautiful bill is garbage. All those bills are garbage. The omnibus bills are garbage. So I stand with Thomas Massey on that. Separate bills for everything. No big bills. And I agree with Elon saying there's no such thing as a big and beautiful bill. I don't know. Trump just seems like business as usual. Again. Think we got played? I don't know. Sometimes I think the whole thing is just theater. But whoever's president doesn't really matter. It's just there to make us feel like we have a say. The whole election process. It always just seems to go the same direction. Like, the left takes us there faster, and the right takes us there slower, basically. The Republicans seem like they're just there to pretend like they're the opposition, but I think the reality of the situation is they're just preparing this country for the inevitable, one world government. That's why they're hell-bent on squashing our 2A, because that doesn't fit in with the totalitarian way. Probably going to lose my battery soon. So I'll do a preemptive sign-off. Good day.